And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, January the 26th, 2019. It's Season 13, Episode 4. I'm Scott.
I'm RJ.
And I'm Matt.
Welcome to the show, everybody. If you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228, 334-272-9228. Check out ingamechat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at In-Game Chat. You can also find us on Facebook there as well. You can email us, everyone at ingamechat.net is our email address. We are streaming right now on Twitch. As you can see, twitch.tv. Go there, type in-game chat, you'll be able to find us. Go to our website, click on the links on the side, on the left side, and it's all right there. We'll get you there to watch the show as well. You can also join in the chat room with everybody live while we broadcast. In fact, hanging out in the chat room right now is all of us and AC Wraith. And a New Hope 93Me. Okay. I know, I'm like, a new whoop. And
a new whoop. Wait,
I know.
Wait.
New Hope 93Me. Drug Degenerates is there. Lethal Migraine, Moltile. Skinny Seahorse. Hanging out there as well.
I like that one.
I thought Random was in the chat room, but
He
he's
is?
obviously back to Random Man X.
You just said, hey, yes.
Yeah, there
this
he
dog.
is. Well, he's not showing up on my users, which is very strange. So if I didn't mention your name, it's because you're not showing up on the thing, and that kind of sucks. I don't know why.
Shout out.
Yeah. More than happy to shout you out. Anyway, welcome to the show. There we go. Drug Degenerates question right there at the very top, and that's something we'll jump into. Anybody else give the Anthem demo a shot? Obviously, the two of you have not. I gave it the
Shottiest of shots?
smallest of shots. I gave it a tap.
Tappy tappy.
Only thing I was hearing about it was that people had just having difficulty getting in that thing.
A little tappity tap is what I gave it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a little bit is all. I played a little bit last night.
New Whoop and second Tim's.
No. Yeah, he doesn't want to give him money just to play it this weekend. I totally get you. The invite was given to me by Nate, who I'm hoping one day will be back on the show with us. But he gave me his invite to go play it. I played a little bit of it last night. I plan maybe to play a little bit of it tomorrow as well, maybe some tonight too. But the situation was that I got in no problem, and it ran fine. There was no. And it's just a demo, so maybe all the settings aren't there. But there was no way for me to change the.
And not even a demo; it's just an alpha.
What is it?
Mouse look.
No, not the mouse look. The
Resolution?
No, not resolution. Field of view.
Okay.
The FOV. That's what I was trying to think of.
I'm about to say zoom.
You couldn't change
I was
the.
going to say cucumber, but yeah, that makes
you
more
couldn't
sense.
change the FOV. So like you start in first person. Well, yeah, you start in first person mode on the in the social space. I guess you could say
The hub.
the hub thing. You start there and you're in first person. And by the way, it's not first person where you see any hands in front of you. It is the worst first person view I have ever seen. Well, and some games do this. When they put you in first person, it's very much a side thing. It's very much a thing like we didn't put a lot of effort into this view.
Yeah.
Where we didn't, and it feels that way. It feels very it feels like when you put in the debug code to break away the camera from its position
Yeah.
and can float.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It feels floaty.
There's no reference of a body.
There's no like boom, boom, boom. There's nothing. Yeah, it's just floaty camera, and I hate it.
Not a fan of that.
What was
But you don't have to stay there long. You know, I wasn't gonna. It was like, okay, maybe they're working on this. Maybe I don't spend a lot of time here. That's fine too. I was trying to relate it in Destiny sense, where you go back to the tower and turn in your stuff. Mm-hmm. And I thought, is this what this is supposed to be? And I'm sorry, I'm going to relate a lot of this to Destiny. It's the only real thing that I can sort of relate that to in that sense.
It was the first thing people thought about when they saw the first image was Destiny.
And I don't necessarily need it to be that way, but that's how I'm going to relate it while I'm playing it. So it put me in that space. I moved around a little bit. I didn't try to move around too much. They send you on this very long... It doesn't feel like you can sprint while you're there either. Like you're one speed, and it's horrible. So I had to find a guy to talk to. Once I talked to him, it's like, hey, go to your mech, whatever. Your javelin is what it's called. Go there, and then you can start the mission. So once I got to my javelin, got inside, it brings up the map, and it's like, hey, you can do the mission that he set you off on. You can also go over here and do the free area explore. Okay. You know, just go there and just explore.
Free mode.
Yeah, and then there's also these this other thing that was purple on the map. It was like a tower thing. I don't know. I didn't click on that because it looked like more advanced. But then you can click on Quick Play, and it'll find a group that you can just pop in with, right in the middle of whatever they're doing. And so I did that, and I joined some other guy, and then somebody else joined us later. I think you can have 4, but we only had 3 for the entire run. And then it switches into its third-person mode, and that's the mode that you're used to. It is better than what I played back in, was it November or October? I can't remember when it was I played it. And there was a beta, and it was messed up. It had issues. This did not have those issues as far as what I experienced my first time playing. A lot of clipping, a lot of textures not rendering, a lot of seeing through the map type stuff.
Nice.
A lot of T-poses, going into T-poses, which it shouldn't be, but it wasn't T-poses. It was, I would get stuck in a jump animation, and so my character would be in the jump or in the fall animation like this, hands out and stuff, and I could just kind of float around the map as I wanted to. It was buggy. It had issues.
You didn't have any falling through the
And
floor
who
issues,
makes
did
it?
you?
I did, yeah.
You fell through the floor and something? Okay.
On one occasion, yeah.
Okay.
But it just killed me and then reset me.
Okay.
And I never felt it never happened again. So that's happened. This is BioWare that's making this. And so this one, however, did not have any of those. As soon as I was in my Javelin again and playing with a group there, it was all right. Flying is fun. I do love flying. In fact, I wish we had that. That's something I wish they'd bring over to Destiny for these gods that we are, and for the way that we can handle gravity, as far as the way we double jump and float as warlocks and whatever Titans do.
Double jump.
Yeah, we can. The flying aspect in Anthem is a fun one. It doesn't last long because obviously you overheat, but it takes a good while for that to happen, so you can kind of enjoy it. And it seems like as soon as you land, everything resets for your flying. So, but anyway, playing it last night, it was okay. I forgot I haven't done this yet, but playing it last night, it was all right. I still felt disjointed. I felt as though I didn't have any reason for doing what I was doing. I didn't know why I was doing what I was doing.
No goal.
I mean, there was a goal. It's like, go retrieve this part. But I wasn't informed on why are these guys the enemy and shooting at me? Who are they? Why has that guy got a shield and these guys don't? Why are these turrets really hard to kill and why are they all over the place? Why? There were just aspects of it that I just didn't know what I was doing.
It's not like story elements, but you're not going to get a lot of story elements
it's a
in
demo.
this thing, is it?
Yeah, it's a demo. So I'm not really expecting that, but it's hard for me to make that judge on it when I felt that disconnect. And I felt that disjointment of like,
Did it feel generic?
Well, here's the thing. Got into the mission. We finished the mission, and it's like mission end in 3, 2, 1, click, loading screen. And I assume it's taking me back to the hub to where I turn in this thing that I got that they sent me on the mission for. But that's when I get stuck in the infinite loading, which they had issues with all day yesterday. And I mean, I waited there for probably a good, 10, 15 minutes.
So this is what I was hearing about how hard it was to get in there, or some glitches like that.
I actually got distracted doing other things, and I kept looking at it. I was like, oh, it's still not moving. So I backed out, at that point and turned it off. I'll check it again tonight. I'll check it again tomorrow and see. But I don't know. I'm still... James picked it up because he got a new graphics card. So he had the choice of picking Battlefield 5 or for Anthem, and he went with Anthem. Which honestly, if I was given that choice, I'd go Anthem as well. So, Drunk Degenerate says you start at level 10, not at the very beginning of the story, understandably a little bit. Yeah, no. I totally, like I said, I come back on this and say that this is just a demo. I'm not really judging it on that. But it is hard for me to make that connection and think this is a fun game when I just don't have that whole feel of what I'm doing. However, this is part of the EA Access Origin thing, where if you pay a year subscription, you can pay $100 for a year subscription, or you can pay $15 a month for a month subscription, each month. Yeah. So it's one of these things. So paying $15 to try this out for a month when it launches, I'm not actually opposed to doing that. I might give that a go. James has picked it up. He's playing it. Nate is apparently going to be playing it too. I don't know where Random is sitting on it. He already said he's not going to give him money. But, yeah, exactly. Being able to just pay the $15 and get in there and play it and to see if I like it, then, yeah, that's something I might do. That is something I might look into actually doing. So, we'll see. Lethal Migraine says that EA Access is only $30 for a year. This is Lethal. This is for the PC thing, and it's not. It's like Origin Premier is the service or something like that. It's different than the EA Access that's on like Xbox and stuff. I think, but I know with this you get everything with the game through this Origin subscription service thing. You get everything with the game that you would get if you bought the digital deluxe edition of the game normally. Which I don't exactly know what the price of that is, but you get everything. And there are some things that are just exclusive to if you get it through the subscription service. They really want you to get the subscription service. Yeah. And so they're throwing that in there. They've got a couple of other games that I can play in there as well on PC, which is nice. So, yeah, I'm kind of looking at that to just pop them $15 for a month and see if I like it or not. If I do, I might pop them another $15 for the next month. And depending on how this goes, because I think there's a couple of other games that are coming that you'll get first access to as well through the Origin Access. They've already got Darksiders 3 up there that I can play. It's not a bad deal at all. If it's fun. But again, if I get in there, play it for a month, and I'm like, ooh, this is not what I want to do, then good. I'm only out $15. Yeah. Feel better about that. So I did put in a little bit of time, and I'm going to put in some more time with it, and I'll have more to say about it next week after I do. Other than that, I really didn't play a lot of PC gaming. I logged in almost every single day this week on Destiny just to pick up any kind of clan bounties that I could, that I could knock out in solo play, not that I could knock out in PvP, which is a lot of what clan bounties seem to lean towards. Yeah. They want you to go play the PvP stuff, and I hate it. I don't mind
where I was being forced to do PvP stuff. Yeah.
I don't mind them offering it. I really don't. I would just like it if they're going to offer that. I would like an equal amount offered to players who don't want to do that. Like
just balance it out.
Go out there and get 50 headshots. Go out there and kill things with a sword or with a bow. Use fire to kill things. Whatever. That's fine. balance that out with these things of punch 3 people to death in the Crucible, hold this many motes in Gambit. Just make it a little bit. Put it this way: it took me logging on every day this week before I could get 5 bounties to turn in last night. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then last night. It took me those 4 nights. If I were doing the PvP stuff that they offered, I'd have been done on the second night. Yeah. So I'd like a little bit more balance in that. That's me. Just me. So yeah, I did log in just to do that, and I was doing that on my alt and my normal character. Rogue Hunter, who was in the chat room with us and who we got into our Discord last week or whatever, he was on running some things, and I joined with him just to help him out a little bit, do some Forge stuff. But I really didn't stay on long. I did play Spider-Man, so I'm getting through more of that. I am trying to think. You didn't pick that up, did you?
Which one?
Spider-Man?
I did pick up Spider-Man, yeah.
Oh, did you play it all the way through? You finished it?
The main story, yes. I played it all the way through.
Okay.
The DLC is... The only thing I haven't played through is the DLC.
So, for Spider-Man, I am in the... Oh, what was it? Okay, right now, Lady Cop, and I don't know her name.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, Lady Cop is telling Spider Cop to go check out a box on top of a building.
I like Spider Cop.
In Hell's Kitchen. It's like, go investigate a box on top of a building in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
So that's the part that I'm at. And I've already wrapped up doing the those missions where you take the guys out on the rooftop and then you go inside the building and take the guys out inside.
The demons?
Yeah, they're demons on top of the roof.
Yeah.
And that then gives you access to go inside the building that they're covering.
There's numerous missions like that.
Yeah, so I got those missions wrapped up and done. I think I'm level 30-something as I go through the story. So been putting more time into that, and I'm enjoying it. So that's exactly what I have played. Let me see. What RJ?
More the standard fare as last week. A little bit of GTA online, a little bit of a lot of Street Fighter V online actually. Playing a lot of folks in casual matches, so I can get myself geared up for ranked matches, so I can get my rank up. So I was doing that mostly. I played a little bit of Destiny 2 as well, same as you. But in my case, I decided to focus on my Titan more than anything else. So I got rid of my alts. I just want to focus on Titan because I'm starting to think about everybody's at the same level, my alt-wise, and I could have used that time to build up my my Titan to get it maxed out anyway, to get it ready for the full version of Forsaken when it comes out. Other than that, I was playing Resident Evil 2.
Yep.
That came out. I was playing that. I didn't get too much further than what I did with the one-shot demo, because basically I've been doing a lot of backtracking more than anything else. I found the spade key, so I've been going around trying to find all the doors that had it on there and trying to go to and backtrack through that. So that's pretty much what I've been doing this week.
And Matt, what about you?
Well, I've been... Elusive Target came out.
Yeah.
Third one.
That reminds me I need to do that.
Yeah. It's in Hokkaido, which is from the first game. So I knew the map pretty well.
Good.
No, sorry. It's in the Isle of Seagal. I was thinking of something else I was doing in Hitman. But yeah, no, I did Silent Assassin on the Elusive Target. You know, so that was pretty cool. I was able to sneak around and take him out. Let's see. Resident Evil 2. Did that. I got the spade key as well, and just sort of going back, just unlock that. Mm-hmm. I'm really liking it so far. Are you playing as Claire or
Leon?
Yeah, same here, Leon.
Mm-hmm.
Did some more Assassin's Creed Origin. Played some more of that. I tried to buy... Well, I went and bought a...
Origin or Odyssey?
Odyssey, sorry.
Odyssey, okay.
I always get... Yeah.
So many
Creed.
titles, it just gets garbled up after a while.
I got a copy of Resident Evil 7 for the PC, the Gold Edition. That was pretty cheap, but it was the EU from CD Keys, and I was like...
You should be able to do it, though.
No, wouldn't let me.
Really?
Wouldn't let me at all.
How cheap did you get it?
How much was it?
It was like under 20.
Yeah.
for the gold edition.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was waiting for the PS4 for it to drop between the $25 to $20 range.
yeah.
Around
So
there.
I gave it to Moltile. So he is whoop, whoop. He
Yeah,
is
that's a shame.
the proud owner now of a Steam copy of Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition.
Yeah.
So I hope he likes it as much as I, because I have it on the PS4 and I loved it there.
Yeah. I guess
Oh,
we're so
that's
used
where I
to-
got. That's
but
where I
not
got
the
my
gold
copy.
edition.
I guess
Yeah.
we're so used to region free on the PS4, we don't think about it for the
Yeah.
PC titles.
And let's see what else I do. I Ace Combat.
Yeah,
I
so-
did the
yeah, so
VR
wa-
mission.
Yeah, I watched your stream on that. That was pretty good.
That was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
The VR Ace Combat, and I'll probably talk a little bit more about that a little bit later.
Okay.
And been playing Elite Dangerous with Kevin since they changed the mining up.
Mhm.
Man, we've been like mining fools, and oh my gosh, we're making so much money because we're saving up for federal corvettes, like it's a pretty big capital ship. And I mean, just today, just a little bit, this afternoon, we're mining and stuff, and made a lot of money. So,
Cool.
yep, that's what I've been doing.
Well, awesome. Let's go to the phones and talk to Spigot.
Yep.
Hey, Brock.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, we're doing all right. We're going to be coming up on a break here, so I hope you can hold on and come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I can hold on for a little bit. I got-
Sweet.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure you could do that. So let me put you back on hold, and we're going to come to you after the. Well, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I know. Hey, all right, bye.
But I didn't want to go to break without taking him because then I was worried that he might think, "Oh, let me call." You can feel free to call back if you want to, or just stay on the line if you'd like.
Now, hang on.
Okay, cool. Hang on. All right. So coming up, we're going to talk to Spigot about that. We're going to hear about Matt's adventure in VR, and what else do we have?
Spoiler alert, I liked it.
Yeah, we talked about all that. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's that whole Metroid Prime 4 situation.
Oh, yeah.
To go over, which we'll talk about that.
It should be interesting.
I'm not. It doesn't bother me, but
No.
okay. I want to do this really quick before we go, though, because I totally forgot to do it. Yeah, completely forgot to do that at the beginning of the show. There is no theme for the music this week. It is just games that. Here's the situation. If any of these games you were playing last night and we're friends and you were playing on Steam, this is why I'm playing the music. So. Because you were playing that game. I saw you playing that game. We haven't played music from it before, so I went ahead and grabbed it. This first one comes from Resident Evil 2, because a lot of people on PC were playing Resident Evil 2 last night. It's from the remake. This is called Looming Dread, and we'll be back with more in-game chat after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Let's go to the phones here and get Brock on the line. Hey, Brock.
Hey there.
You recognize that music at all?
No, but I like it.
It's from a game called Donut County.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I know you play the obscure, so I was wondering if maybe you'd put in some time with that.
Oh, that's a fantastic little game.
It is. I played a little bit of it at some PAX at some point, and I had already heard about it and seen it and stuff like that, and so I was anxious to play it. And it's very Katamari-esque, where the more it's going to sound weird, the more that falls in your hole, the bigger your hole gets.
Yep.
So, yeah, I know. Anyway, so what's been up with you?
Not too much. I finished up Assassin's Creed Origins.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Waiting for my free copy to come from Google.
Origins or Odyssey?
Oh, I'm sorry. Odyssey is what I'm talking about. Origins.
I'm actually talking about Origins.
Yeah. I haven't finished that yet either.
Yeah, no, I did all the DLC, finished up the main game, did the whole Discovery tour. I just want to kind of get it done so I could wipe it off my PS4 and then put Odyssey on finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I finished that up. What else? Played some Piku Niku.
Is that free?
It was free on Twitch for about a day and a half.
Okay.
So if you had Twitch, I'm not sure if you had to have Twitch Prime. I think it was a Prime. Twitch
Yeah.
Prime thing. So I was like, I think it came out on Thursday, and I think on Tuesday they said for 24 hours, if you download it on Twitch Prime, it's yours for free. So I had it already pre-ordered on the Switch, though. So now I've got to come. So, but yeah, playing that fun, silly little game. And what else am I playing? I'm just bouncing back and forth between a few things. That's the problem when you finish a big game like Assassin's Creed. Then you sort of need a detox for a minute or two.
Yeah, you look for those little things that you're not so epic in scope and epic in everything that you have to do as well.
Yeah.
It's nice to just jump into a Galaga or something, just something that has like one. This is it. This is all I have to do.
Or Pac-Man in my case.
I don't have to do it. It's a nice come down from the massiveness that is games like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So trying to decide now what I do. Do I jump back into something like Odyssey? Do I get back to Red Dead Redemption? Do I play something completely different? I don't know.
Odyssey's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I played. I did fire it up for about I think I kind of ran around the first little island, climbed up to Zeus.
Okay.
And then just kind of had to put it. I had to put it down though, because I'm like, I'm not going to want to touch this again if I really get into it. Since I just finished playing Odyssey, Origins, but it's interesting because it's different enough from Origins. I don't feel like I'm rehashing and playing the exact same game.
We're a little familiarity, but yet not. Yeah, like you said, it's not a rehash.
Yeah. So, those are the main ones I've been playing. So,
all right.
You guys were playing the Anthem demo. It sounds like.
Yeah,
Scott
I was.
Scott was doing that.
Nate gave me his. Gave me I guess when you have when you have the VIP invite into the demo or whatever, you get to invite somebody, and so Nate he asked all of us, and I jumped on the occasion and said, hey, I'll take it. I'd like to give it a shot and put some time in with it, so I did. Not much though, very very little, mainly because it got stuck in the infinite loop thing.
Yeah, it sounds
that
like
was
they're having
going
a bit
on.
of issues with it over the weekend.
All of the EA games got affected, by the way.
Oh, was it everything?
All EA games affected as publisher server network struggles amid beta launch of Anthem.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize it was everything. I thought it was just that game.
Yeah, it was. This comes from Eurogamer.net, and it is still loading. Here's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It was. I thought it was just Anthem having issues, but
yeah, players are
everything.
struggling. Players are struggling to get online in the likes of FIFA, Battlefield 5, and Battlefront 2. As EA continues to experience issues across its entire server network following the launch of Anthem's VIP demo earlier today. They began around 5 p.m. UK time as it got underway. Servers are getting slammed. Team is working on it as we speak. More server capacity was being added in a bid to ease the network woes.
I was just about to ask, is it because everyone was trying to get onto Anthem? Was that the reason that everything else was being affected?
Probably the download and people trying to get on it, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because if you pre-ordered the game or had any kind of access into like the EA subscription Origin thing or whatever, you got to try this game out. That can be a lot of people.
That's a lot of people, yeah.
And I think the name BioWare and EA and everything making something that is akin to Destiny, I think there's a lot of people looking to try this thing out.
Of course.
And again, this is not the beta or whatever it was that they released back in October or November.
Right.
That was sign up, maybe you'll get an invite.
Right.
This was pre-order, you get to play it. You know, which opens the doors to a massive amount of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were not prepared for that at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, random guy in the chat room said EA DDoSed themselves.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Spigot, have you played? We talked about it very little on last week's show because I had music for it. And again, it's because I go to my Steam page and I see what people are playing. And I also look at the activity so I can see where people are getting achievements done in Steam and stuff like that. So I can find games to use music for. And one of the games that came up that made me think of you, made me think of Matt as well, My Time at Porsche.
No, but I've been eyeballing it a little bit.
I thought you probably had.
Yeah, it definitely was on my radar. I think I still want to go dive back and do a bit more Stardew Valley
That's
stuff.
a fun game.
That's what this game feels like. It feels like a 3D Stardew Valley.
Yeah, very much so.
In the sense that you're farming and land management type stuff, whatever. I don't know what those are called. What are you giving these games called?
Like a farm sim or something.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're sort of sims. They're not like a hardcore,
No.
Euro farmer or something.
Yeah.
Is it called? Is it a life sim maybe, or is it a?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I just say, Harvest Moon type.
Yeah.
Harvest Moon Sim.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Likely,
It's
yes,
more of
exactly.
It's a spin on Harvest Moon. So you've got, and they've added some RPG elements. It looks like you can go down, do some fighting and stuff like that as well. So you're not just farm, but it's not like a super RPG type thing.
Yeah.
I looked at it, but I have not grabbed it yet. So.
Yeah, I always try, whenever you call, whenever we talk, I always try to pull out the obscure stuff from you because I'm like, ooh, looking for something that's fun. Because I did pick up, I haven't played it, but I did pick up Tetris Effect. Is that what is it?
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I picked that up.
Yeah.
It was on sale, $20 on Amazon. I grabbed it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
jump into that.
Haven't played
it. You should play it tonight because they've got the weekend challenge. Every weekend they've got, I think it's 24 hours from usually afternoon on Saturday till afternoon on Sunday.
I might, only for the fact that, number one, the video has to render, which means I can't play my PC, and number two, I'm until Destiny throws some more stuff at me, I'm sort of shying away from my PC and going back to the console because I have a lot of games on my console that I have not touched.
And the good thing about Tetris is it's just to pick up and play. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't need to be involved in the story. Everybody knows how to play Tetris.
Right, so I've got Tetris Effect on PS4. I've still got God of War I haven't done. I've still got Spider-Man that I'm working on. If we want to go back even further, I still got Horizon Zero Dawn. Except my problem with Horizon Zero Dawn, I remember where I left off. I left off at a boss battle that is just annoyingly difficult. And I can't...
You can't escape it or anything like that.
Well, my save state is like I feel like I'm underprepared now, and I feel like I should get out of there and go get better prepared for the fight.
Yeah.
But it's almost would be better just to start up completely over.
I'm trying to recall how boss battles went in those Cage games.
In the what? David Cage? What?
I'm sorry, those. You said in Detroit.
No, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I haven't fired up Detroit. I still have that.
Okay. Yeah.
You were saying, Spigot?
Oh, I was just I said Detroit Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Detroit Zero Dawn.
Oh, that's a.
Android
another
fighting.
way.
That'd be a heck of a combination, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? I'm playing the other game. I'm playing. It's a weird one. It's called 428 Shibuya Scramble. It's sort of a visual novel kind of game.
I've seen that. I've seen that on the PlayStation Store.
It's a what kind of game?
It's a visual novel. If you played it, like sort of like
late night,
or the
late shift, kind of like that one.
Not. It's more like the Danganronpa 999 Zero Escape kind of games.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lot of reading. There's some light puzzly type stuff. This is almost all reading, but it's actually really good. And there's basically like 6 different storylines going on at once, and you sort of you'll do something in one, you make some choices, and that will impact what happens in the others, and it's sort of trying to figure out how they all intertwine.
So kind of like the butterfly effect going on with this one.
Yeah, almost like that. You know, it's a little bit choose your own adventure as you're kind of going through it. It's so weird, but I mean, I like that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I remember looking at it in the on the PlayStation Store. It did look kind of interesting. I thought it was my initial thought was it was like the FMV types, like Late Shift, which they had a bundle for that one too. All three for a bundle in that one now. But yeah, I was looking at that.
I got it on sale over Christmas on Steam, and it was about half off, and it's definitely it's good for that. It's something, I guess it's been out in Japan for a long time. I think it was originally a Wii game. But it got like a perfect 10 on Infamitsu, so it's like one of those games that they don't give out a lot of perfect 10s over there, and this one got it, and so it finally got localized, I think, last year, and I'm quite enjoying it. So yeah, if you find it, I don't know if I'd pay full price. I think it was going for like $60 or whatever up here, but you get it for half off. Definitely worth it. Yeah. So that's about what I've been playing, what I've been up to. That and a lot of board games.
Yeah, I wanted to go into this Metroid Prime thing.
So, are they actually making it, or are they just?
They're starting completely over.
Okay. Oh, okay. So they scrapped everything.
They scrapped everything, and they're starting completely. I would play the audio for this, but it's subtitled because it's in Japanese, and so it's not going to help. But the thing, did you watch that video, by the way, Spigot?
No, I just saw there's some news about it, and then I just kind of heard that they were restarting development.
It's one of the most. It endures me to Nintendo, and it's. I hate that it happened, obviously, but the way that they handled it is a way that I wish so many other studios would handle their situations, which is upfront, honest, and forthcoming about the situation. Now, they didn't come out and say everything that this was a horrible thing, that it was bad, and so we're starting over. But they came out and said, we know you guys are anticipating this, and we really, really apologize, but we're going to have to delay it. Now, here's why. What we were given, we feel, did not live up to the standards that we know that you would appreciate out of the Metroid Prime series. Having said that, we are going to let Retro Studios, the makers of the original Prime series, do this game. And they're going to restart development from the beginning.
So Retro wasn't doing it to start with?
Retro was not, and we don't know who was. That was never given to us.
Okay.
We don't know who was making that game. And which is also fine. I don't care. It's not like I need to know who else was making that game. But to get an announcement and say, here's what we're doing, and you just don't get that out of any studio, really, or any publishers. They don't just come out and be honest about it. They like to come out and make stuff up.
Like the Star Wars games from EA.
Too soon.
And I don't. So what we get from those kind of things is hearsay and rumor, and so heard from a friend of his who knows a guy that works at that office building, changing out the soda machine drinks. That this is what happened, and we have nothing to go on with that. It's just all secondhand words to know why things changed or why things failed or what happened at all, and it's really nice when a company can be upfront and tell us why, rather than try to say, let's say it was because of, let's just say we got to delay it because it's whatever. They don't.
Nintendo tends to not. They don't do this kind of stuff a lot, so you kind of trust them if they're going to give you, as opposed to some other publishers, you might, okay, this is the fourth time you've rebooted this series or changed developers on something like that.
Yeah. This article here from Kotaku says that Nintendo revealed that development for Metroid Prime 4 before Retro Studios, was being led by the Metroid Prime series producer, which is Kensuke Tanabe, I think is the name, with, and in quotes, a talented new development team. That's all that was said about who was doing this
It's probably just an internal team working on it.
And it probably was, and I'm glad that they reached out. Why they didn't reach out to Retro before, I have no idea. Retro did the Prime series 1 through 3. Why not just be like, hey, here's 4? I don't understand that. Unless they were trying to cut costs, or I'm not sure what the. See, there's a good question. I wish there was just. I need books. I need people to write books about their time in these places and what happened. I want to know the story behind BioShock Infinite and why it changed course from what we saw one year to what was released in October of the next. I want to be those flies on the wall to figure out what happened. And I'd like to know what happened here and why Nintendo decided to go the way they went instead of going just with the same old, you know? Mm-hmm. When you've got somebody who knows what they're doing, they did the first 3. Give it back to them. Why? Why not?
Money,
I don't know.
Maybe.
Huh?
Money, maybe.
That's my first thinking. But look what it cost them.
They didn't know at the time, I'm sure.
Right?
I mean, if they would have known that it was gonna this was gonna be the outcome, they probably would have been like, well,
How soon did they know? How soon? This is me just being nosy, I think. I have no real reason as to why they should divulge this information to me. I just love to hear about these stories, good or bad, honestly.
It's not completely unheard of, though, for game companies to just sort of revamp their game after it's been, like a good way published. I mean, look at Resident Evil 1.5. Mm-hmm. They were, 75% done with, Resident Evil 2 when they're like, this just isn't fun. It's not what we want it to be. So they just redid.
But how many iterations of that did they get before they said this is just not getting any better?
I don't know. Yeah.
Before how many times do you get a thing before you finally say we're
75% worth?
Yeah,
so many.
We're not making any progress here. We need to cut our losses. I'm curious about that. I'm always curious about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it really makes no difference whatsoever. But it's my curiosity.
They're interesting reads. I mean, a lot of times on Gamma Sutra and stuff like that, they have what are they called? Postmortems on various games, stuff like that.
Yeah, GDC is where you get a lot of those, and I would love. That's something
you
I'd like to go to.
You don't tend to see a lot during development, but once the game's out, then no.
That's why
you start hearing stories.
I want Amy Hennig to write a book, please.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Once those NDAs are gone and you don't have to worry about it anymore, please write a book.
Yeah.
Write a book. What happened at Naughty Dog? What happened on the Star Wars game at EA?
I'd buy a copy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Star Wars situation was a result of we can't monetize this the way we want to. We need to change direction.
Yeah.
And Amy couldn't change in that direction the way that they wanted to do. And again, you're never going to get something like that from EA. They're never going to send somebody out there on a video and say, we apologize for all of this. Here's the reason this sucked.
We wanted microtransactions.
Here's the reason we wanted to change this and that sort of thing. Mm. Speaking of microtransactions, I've looked into Anthem's microtransactions as well.
What are they like?
Oh, the prices are ridiculous. Essentially, somebody broke down the thing. Skins cost $20. Emotes cost $12. And maybe there was something else that cost a little bit less than that. I couldn't remember what it was.
I think the standard play for that is basically make the prices initially so ridiculous that a lot of the make it ridiculous so that when they go back, it appears like they're doing something good for the fans,
right.
But they just go back to what they were initially planning to begin with.
A lot of the
50% off.
Yeah, a lot of the comments were saying that it was lining up with what Fortnite offers, and I don't know what Fortnite offers.
But Fortnite, you don't have to pay to play. Like, you get that for free.
It's still free to play, right?
No, yeah, but I'm talking about the skins and the emotes and stuff.
And that's the thing where that's the whole thing where it's like some of these things. It's one thing if your game is free to play because that's how you make your money.
Yeah.
And at least you can dive in and play, and you can just use the base stuff. There you go. Mm-hmm. When you're paying $60, or even if you're paying for the it's part of the service, you're still paying for it in some way. Then when you're starting to pay also all these extra costs on top of it, again, purely cosmetic, but it gets people hooked. Mm-hmm. I have bigger issues when you're starting to pay, and it's one thing if it doesn't really do anything, but even stuff like in the Assassin's Creed games, like there's a lot of stuff that it's fine if you can use your points to pay for it, but when they lock them all behind the Helix credits, and you have to spend absurd amounts of money on that to get maps and stuff like that, find stuff.
Yeah,
and you're
just
for the
to
full game to start with.
finish out that Anthem thought, these were just cosmetic things.
Yeah.
None of this stuff provided you any sort of advantage in game on anything.
Are they ones where you can actually, again, is it a loot box situation, or is it I want this fancy purple skin? So
No, it's not. It's not a loot box situation. It is, as you play, you earn in-game currency, which then you can spend that in-game currency on these, or you can spend real-life bucks to buy another type of in-game currency and spend it with those to buy what you want. It costs a lot of earned in-game currency to buy these things, whereas it costs less of the bought in-game currency to purchase.
But the thing about that is, well, how bad is the grind in that?
I don't know.
You don't know yet, but I'm guessing, right? I'm calling it now. The grind is going to be really, really tedious.
And it's fine because I do not care about cosmetics. I haven't. Even in Destiny, I have not spent any extra money in Destiny for any of their stuff. I haven't bought an emote. I haven't bought any kind of, I don't even know what else there is you can buy. But there's a bunch of stuff I have not bought. There's weapon skins that you can purchase.
Things like that, little things like that.
I haven't bought any of that. None of it.
I know EA's notorious, I mean, at least from the Battlefield or Battlefront stuff, it was a bad grind that they had there for that.
Manufacturally bad grind,
Like it was not something where it's like, okay, this is going to be annoying. It was like, this is almost impossible.
It was almost impossible. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. It was impossible. And I do not know what the grind is on Anthem. Again, this is something that I just don't care about because it's not going to affect me in any way because I don't care about cosmetics. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I'm guessing for everyone else, it's just going to be horrendously bad.
Yeah, and they did say, BioWare did say that those prices were not set in stone. And
that's what it's at right now.
Right, exactly. Yeah. This is just where we're at. People said it lined up with what it cost for skins and emotes that Fortnite offers. I can't attest to that. I don't play that stupid game. It's not stupid. I'm sorry.
My son to call in. He could tell you.
It's just look. You're in the same boat as me. It's just it's interesting, but it's not just not for me.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's stupid. It's because there's plenty of people who get joy from it, and that's fine. I don't want to call what you love stupid. It's not. I just do not find any enjoyment from it myself. I don't think it's a plague on the gaming world. I hate that it's trending companies to follow that route because I think that hurts originality.
There's a lot of copycats in here,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That hurts originality. It also floods it with, obviously, stuff I don't want to do. And
a lot of folks trying to be the next Fortnite.
Right, but really, when you've already got, then don't be the next Fortnite. James mentioned this all the time. When you're WoW, or when you're trying to be WoW, don't. You never will be. WoW is its thing. Yeah. It is going to sit on that throne for as long as it can. Do something different. Don't be like WoW. Be like WoW, but throw in something else. Be different. Be something else.
But a lot of these
that WoW isn't.
A lot of these companies got kind of scared. Feels like they're scared to take a chance on something different like that. They see what's tried and true and works, and they try to follow that model.
Well, yeah, because then you've got corporate.
That's been the case for the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it has.
At least in the big publishers.
Yeah, open started with open worlds.
Yeah,
Oh, hey, that's an open world game. We should make our game open world. Oh, hey, that's
Sometimes it works, and it's a good thing. Where it's like, hey, that's a good way for the industry to go. And a lot of times, you're just chasing the popular thing, and it just you have a lot of dead games, or a lot of games that could have been a lot better if they had put all the resources behind the popular thing.
This has rank up in multiplayer. Let's put once Call of Duty Modern Warfare did that thing where you played multiplayer and leveled up and got perks and all this other stuff, open the gates, man.
Yep.
You couldn't find a multiplayer game that didn't have that mechanic built into it. And now, of course, you're doing. I mean, it's trends. That's exactly what it is. The waggle stuff for the Wii beget the motion controls on the PS4 or PS3 beget the Kinect. So I mean, it's just the trends. This thing's doing well, so let's do our thing with it. That's just what you get.
And it even was following a trend from PUBG, which it's not even like Fortnite was the one that did it. It was PUBG, and then Fortnite just happened to be the one that caught caught on with everyone.
But in PUBG, just like from Arma, from DayZ, from
Yeah.
So like there's nothing bad with trends. There's nothing bad with trying to get the hot new.
There's nothing bad. I just hate when they
Just when everyone goes for it, or it gets what bothers me is when it's fine. You want to put a battle royale mode in your shooter, that's fine. You put a battle royale in Stardew Valley, that's a little different.
He did put multiplayer in there.
Yeah, Cooking Llama Battle Royale.
Actually, my daughter and my niece were playing the multiplayer of Stardew Valley over Christmas.
Yeah, it's great multiplayer.
I have no urge for it myself to play that multiplayer, but the kids seem to like it, so happy for them. But yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Not everything. You don't have to like everything, because there's going to be someone else out there who probably does, and I'm all for that. But
I'm just waiting for the zombie battle royale mode.
Are you Spigot? We got to take another break. Did you want to hang on?
I think it's. I think the dinner bell's ringing, so I'm going to have to scoot.
All right, man.
So,
let me ask you this: have you played a game called Crawl?
I know of it. I think it just came out on the Switch not too long ago.
It's the game where it's completely multiplayer, and at random, one person on your team has to play the monster of the dungeon.
Yep.
While everybody else tries to take him down. Because that is where our next track comes from that we play this out with. But I want to thank you for calling in. It's always good hearing from you, man.
Real quick,
wait.
Hang on.
Check your Twitter. I sent you a message. It's a YouTube video on the history of Tetris with all the legal battles and everything. It's really good.
Nice.
It's about an hour long, but it's really informative and like really interesting.
Nice. I'll have to have a look at that.
All right,
and Scott, play if you have Tetris Effect. Play it today at least, because then you can get some new avatars and stuff like that on the challenge, on the weekly challenge.
Cool, man. Thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, we're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we will talk to whoever's just calling us now, actually. And we'll have more of in-game chat in just a minute, like I said. This is music from a game called Crawl. It is the name of the track is called Fugue. We'll be back with more in-game chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2, which is a very long name.
Sure.
Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. So Battlefleet Gothic Armada was good enough
to warrant a sequel.
To make a sequel. And I've not heard of either game.
No. I'm just thinking of a Gothic Armada of just like a bunch of like people in like Black and listening to The Cure and being all mopey.
I like the music, though. Yeah. Just the menu music is all that is. Let's go to the phones. Chris has been holding, but Chris calls us every weekend, and that's great. And Chris, I'm gonna have you hold just a little bit longer because Thaddeus has called in, and you're on the air with us, Thaddeus. Hey.
Hey guys, how y'all doing tonight?
Doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. This is my first time getting to call in for the game show.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm a local gamer from Wetumpka.
Okay, wonderful.
And,
we just had, who did we have? What was his name?
Sam from
Pike
County.
Sam from Pike County calling in saying that he listens to the show and enjoys it very much. So thank you, Sam, and thank you, Thaddeus.
At least I'm going to say it's Sam. I'm terrible with names.
I want to bring something up with y'all, though.
Sure.
I'm a PC gamer. I got away from consoles a couple of years ago.
Perfectly fine.
And there's a game I've been playing recently, which I'm sure y'all probably know of, which is Sins of a Solar Empire.
I know it. Yeah, I have it.
The old school RTS style game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they
kind of like Homeworld.
Right, but they've still been releasing DLC for it, and they just recently released one which was for minor factions, which is pretty cool. But something that Ironclad Games has actually gotten into is showcasing mods that the public makes for their game.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the big one right now, since I know all y'all are Star Wars fans...
Yeah, I've seen the Empire mod.
The Star Wars Ascendancy Thrawn's Revenge 2.
Yeah.
And I've been playing it now for maybe 3 weeks, and I've probably logged about 150 hours on it.
So you like it, I'm taking it.
It is epic. It completely redoes the entire game.
See, that to me, that seems like the way that Star Wars Rebellion should have been. No, Empire at War, sorry. And Rebellion.
Actually, the same guy that makes the mod for Sins has one for Empire at War called... the initials are ICW. I believe it is.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one as well.
Intergalactic Civil War or something like that.
Yeah. And
it changes not just the ships and everything else, it even changes the difficulty. The Empire at War back in the day when Forces of Corruption and all that came out, I used to be able to go through there against all the enemies at max difficulty and blow it away in about 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
No big deal. Now... I play it on the easiest difficulty, and within 15 minutes, I'm dead.
A little bit more of a challenge.
I mean, it's brutal. But if y'all get a chance to try that, the mod itself's free for both versions. And I believe he's also got a ship mod for Stellaris, where it changes just your ships to Star Wars ships.
Right, yeah. I'm surprised you haven't been on this, Matt.
I know about it. Yeah.
I know, but I'm surprised you haven't done it yet, just to check it out.
I've downloaded some of the mods. I just haven't. I played a little bit of Sins of the Solar Empire a while ago. It's
a very long game.
Yeah, with everything else going on my table, on my plate right now.
It is an extremely long game. It takes me 4 to 6 hours for a good campaign on one of the big maps with 5 stars and like 140-something planets.
Man.
But if you do start playing the game, the best faction to start off as would be the Empire of the Hand, or Empire at Hand, something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it.
Is it the Emperor's Hand?
Maybe. There's 2 Imperial factions. There's a Rebellion faction, which is the New Republic. And there's one more now, but he's got another one in the works. And there's going to be a total of 7 or 8 within the next 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
It's a constant work in progress. He's got his own Discord server where you can go talk to him personally.
Yeah, I'm glad when people do this, and when the game manufacturers and the publishers and everything, they don't shut it down and give them like a cease and desist.
They actually enjoy it. They think it's great because it's bringing new people in.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wish more game developers would realize.
They don't just have Star Wars on there now either. They also have a Star Trek mod for it.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
And I've heard good things about that one as well. That's going to be the next one.
And I want to say something like a Battlestar Galactica one too.
I believe so. I think it's either in the works
you can find mods for just about anything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't even play GTA Online anymore. I stick to just playing around with the mods. That's just what I do. I just enjoy playing around with the mods on GTA, going around and having fun in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten away from multiplayer for the most part because my internet at home is too slow. But I'm also a truck driver, so I don't really get a chance to play.
Yeah.
But now I'll actually be able to put my computer in my truck now, and I'll have my gaming computer with me, and I'll be able to play my Sins of a Solar Empire on the weekends when I'm taking a 34-hour reset.
Well, man, we appreciate you getting a chance to listen to us and also calling to tell us that you listen as well. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir, and I appreciate it as well. And now I know I can listen to this on Saturdays, I will be listening to y'all when I'm on the road.
Wonderful. Cool. Thanks so much, man, and thanks for calling in, and feel free to call in more often.
Yes, sir. Y'all take it easy and have a good weekend.
You too, man. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Bye. Let's go over to Chris. Hey, Chris.
What's going on, y'all?
Not much.
Hey,
I hope you didn't mind a second.
I don't mind that one bit. I like to hear new callers and listeners calling in and then saying they're enjoying the show like I do and other people.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So thanks for holding. What's been going on? Kingdom Hearts is this week. Kingdom Hearts 3 is this week.
I'll believe it when I see it.
It got reviewed. It's out there. Mm-hmm. So it also got leaked.
Did it?
Yes, it got leaked. I'm not exactly sure how, but I read some stuff about there being a leak of it. But they went in, and all the reviews have come out. Are you picking that up or no? I know I've asked you this before, Chris, but...
No, I don't plan to. That's one of the series I never did get into, but I did see the video about Metroid Prime 4 and everything, and I'm a little surprised, but a good surprise that they decided to do that, which, whenever it comes out, it comes out. But, if they take their time and do a great job and it lives up to everybody's expectations, then, yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's nice. First off, it was absent, They released that teaser video not 2018, but 2017 is when they released that teaser video. And then they said nothing about it. Plenty of Nintendo Directs came and went. Then another E3 came and went, and they said nothing about it. And then more Nintendo Directs came and went, and again, saying nothing about it. So it was nice. It sucks that they're having to restart everything, but it was nice to get an update on that rather than just, getting bombarded with question after question over and over and over again every year, and them saying, it'll be ready when it's ready, which is what a lot of studios do. And that's fine, I understand that, but if you can give us some information, it works even better. I know oh God, what are they called? What are the guys who do the Witcher games? CD Projekt Red. Mm-hmm. They're a company, and I believe Blizzard is also a company who says it'll be ready when it's ready.
Yeah, that's what they're saying with Cyberpunk.
Exactly. And I don't mind that, but giving us a little bit of an update along the way. They don't owe us that, but it's
nice.
It's kind of like the way I look at what Kickstarters do, right? You throw in the money, and hopefully if it's a good Kickstarter, it's one that gives you updates on the development as they make progress. Like, here's a good way to look at it. Dangerous Driving, which is the same, Three Fields Entertainment, who are working on Dangerous Driving, which is a very, very Burnout-esque successor. And they did Dangerous Golf, then they did, what was it called? What's that other driving game that I played? Dangerous...
The Crash Zone.
Danger Zone.
Danger Zone. Right. Dangerous Golf, then Danger Zone, and now they're doing Dangerous Driving, which is racing and Burnout-esque and everything else. Mm. They've got a thing now where they do Today at Three Fields Entertainment, and they list off what is going on that day. Phil is playing the game in its entirety. This guy is playing the game only going backwards to see what's there. What everybody on the team, small studio, they can do that. Yeah. But what everybody on the team is doing. I'm not saying that the bigger studios have to follow suit, but I like little updates like that as to, like, here's where we are in development. It's really nice to see. On Kickstarters and stuff, whenever the ones that I subscribed to, which was Myst, when I wanted the 25th anniversary thing, they were very much telling us, hey, prototypes came in, here's what it looks like, we think it's good. We're going to send this to production and get it done. They're on the ships. They're coming over. Blah blah blah. Just nice to get those updates. So,
do you feel that you'll be more likely to get those from a Kickstarter because you put money in there directly?
Right? Yeah. No. I think that has everything. And like I said, the good Kickstarters do this. Mm-hmm. Maybe even some of the good Kickstarters don't do this, but I know a lot of bad Kickstarters do nothing like that.
Yeah, the ones that stay silent are the ones that are...
That's the ones that make you worried.
Yeah. Yeah.
As to what's going on. So,
did you just put money to a scam or a con or something?
Sorry, Chris. Didn't mean to steal the conversation away from you there, buddy. But
that's okay. Well, next week or sometime down the road, if y'all got some free space for to come up there and come in the studio, I have a couple things that y'all would probably be interested in seeing. You've heard the Distant Worlds orchestra for the Final Fantasy music that they've done here in the past for the Final Fantasy music.
Haven't heard anything about it, but I'll definitely.
Well, anyway, I'd known about it for a while, and they've done different concerts and stuff. But I got an email from Square the other day, and it happened to have a link, and it showed they had an LP version of like the third session or third album, and I thought, oh, that looks like something pretty cool to get. So I ended up getting the first, second, and the third LP vinyl albums of those series of music that's from Final Fantasy that's played by orchestra.
Cool. All right.
Nice.
Hopefully they gave you a link to like a MP3 thing because we can't play vinyl here.
I know. I mean, it would be something nice to show.
Yeah. How many songs they got on that vinyl, Chris?
Quite a bit. There's actually 2 LPs in each one, and let's see. I'll look at the albums. Looks like there's 3 or 4 songs on each one, so about 20 songs or so on each set.
Yeah.
Almost like a regular CD, pretty much.
Yeah, because I think about the vinyls when I picked up the vinyl for Sonic Mania, and the soundtrack itself has like maybe 45 tracks on there, but the vinyl has like only select tracks from there, so it was like maybe 16 to 18, somewhere around that area. But so yeah.
Well, what's unique about the second one? The first one was the album cover and all was black. The second one is white, and I'm hoping they do the same with the third one. But the second one, the LPs are actually white instead of the normal black that you would find records in. So they were doing color variations with them as well, like other artists have done.
Yeah, they do that with us as well. I think Sonic Mania had Sonic Blue. The rest were in black, and I want to say there was a really limited one in red, but I don't think I was able to pick that one up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, never know what you ever come across or see some ad for, and then oh my God, I gotta have this, right, Scott?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Steelbook.
I mean, yeah, exactly. In fact, I've got vinyls for Destiny. Like I know that's shocker.
I saw a nice one for Warframe. I didn't get to pick that one up though.
But it was it's the Music of the Spheres. It's individual. They're individually numbered, and I actually haven't taken off the wrapping on it yet. I feel like I eventually will. But then again, I also got the book from Amazon about the Grimoire cards and stuff. And again, I haven't taken the wrapping off of that. Not because I think it's collector's edition. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, so I know. I had the video game vinyl thing. I've got it. In fact, I've got a few that are autographed because I took them with me to PAX a few times because they have a composer thing, a composer's corner type thing where they have them come in and do a Q&A session and an autograph session as well. So I've got a few that are autographed. The
last ones I've seen always come from Europe. When I get them from you,
mostly yes.
Most of them come from Europe. Yeah, not
there's
the
a
States.
few U.S. Publishing places that will have them here, but most of the time, yeah,
most of the time in Europe, yeah.
So, Chris, we appreciate you calling, man.
All right, y'all have a good afternoon.
All right, man. Take care.
Weekend.
Take care now. See you next time.
Oh, so let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, I wanted to mention, we were talking about, I guess, sort of obscure games with Spigot earlier on, but I wanted to mention that beginning, was it February? Where is it?
Not too long.
There it is. I don't know if it's beginning in February. Let me look. I'm looking up the story now.
What you got for us?
Stop. Oh, God. Why do they want to do this? Beginning February 6th, Axiom Verge will be free on the Epic Games Store. I really encourage you to go and pick up this game. If you are a fan of Metroid and Castlevania, that style of play, especially Metroid,
Yes.
this is something that you're going to really, really enjoy with Axiom Verge. If you haven't already played it, but it will be free on the Epic Games Store beginning February 6th. The Jackbox Party Pack is currently available now until the 7th of February for free on the Epic Games Store.
Let's see, both of them already picked up. But
yeah, I've already got it on Steam.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you don't have it, do this because it's a fantastic game.
For Axiom Verge, on your recommendation, I did pick up on PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it on PS4, and Jackbox 5 I picked up when it was on sale earlier. So
I haven't played any of those games. Do you play them with your phone?
Yeah, play with your phone. You can't play them with your phone, or some have solo play, but it's mostly designed for party. That's the name.
It
Party
is.
Packs.
Yeah, whenever I'm at PAX, South, West, East, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's inevitable to run across at some point in the expo hall outside of the show floor, because the show floor closes at whatever time.
Right.
But some place in the hall, which closes at like 2 a.m., there's a big screen set up, and there's a bunch of people playing Jackbox.
Yeah, we did it at GT a while back.
Yeah.
We did that a lot. Another one like that is Use Your Words. You may have heard of that one. That was another party game like that. Basically, you just fill in the blank when people use their imagination and get a lot of laughs out of that.
So it's match game.
What?
The old game show on TV, match game.
Never heard of that one.
Okay.
But
It's basically it was they give you a starter and then you have to fill in the blank.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you could match that up with everybody else.
Yeah. Okay. I think there was a thing like that, but I think one of the famous ones was create the subtitle. They give you some obscure foreign film, and they give you the proper subtitles, and then it has one section where they don't put a subtitle in. It says use your fill in with the subtitle there.
Use your words,
and you get some very colorful responses to that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, Ace Combat 7. And I know you're going to talk about this probably in the next segment, your VR experience, because we didn't get to do that. But Ace Combat 7 had the strongest launch of any game in the series so far in the UK last Friday.
Hey, it's something.
The problem, we get a lot of UK numbers, and I guess they're required to reveal those apparently, because we never get
U.S. numbers like that.
No, unless they're touted from the company themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I can see that. Hide numbers unless it makes you look good.
Is this the one? Oh yeah. See, they got a top 10 of what did what in the UK. Number 10 was the Spyro trilogy. Number 9 was the Crash trilogy. GTA 5 at number 8. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 7. Super Smash Ultimate at 6. FIFA 19 at 5. Black Ops 4 at 4. Number 3 is Rootin' Tootin' Cowboy. No, Rootin' Shootin' Cowboy Tootin'. What is that?
It's like a music game.
I want that game. I don't even know what it is.
You're looking it up now, Scott?
I totally am.
Oh my goodness. Rootin', shootin', cowboy tootin'.
No.
Rootin'
Shootin' Cowboy Tootin'.
God, if it's a cowboy farting game.
No. Rootin', shootin', cowboy tootin'.
What is this?
Google's being messy right now.
I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
A prank? What is
Rootin',
this?
Shootin', Cowboy Tootin', Red Dead Redemption 2. That's what that is. I'm not kidding. That's exactly what that is, because here, I'll send you some box art.
I mean, is it a whole separate game, or is that just
No, it's just a stupid mock-up thing.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to post it in the chat room for you so you can look at it.
Oh my goodness.
There. Rockstar Games, rootin', tootin', cowboy shooting 2.
If that is the name that they have for Red Dead Redemption in the UK, I am going to.
They don't. But it's fantastic. I wondered what it was. Like, what is this?
What is it? Yeah. You know what, Matt? Get that printed and replace the box liner with that. Do that. Someone do that.
If I had the physical copy.
You bought it digitally, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Number 2 was Ace Combat 7, and the number 1 game in the UK was New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Okay.
So, there you go. We're going to take another break. When we come back, Matt's going to tell us about his VR escapades into Ace Combat. And we got a few other hits of news that we can go into as well. That is all coming up next. Going to our next song. This comes from a game called Cultist Simulator.
All right. These game names.
Uh-huh.
They're speaking to me.
This track is called We Call Upon the Watchman. The Watchman. From Cultist Simulator. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. This is music from, I think 2 people were playing this last night. Ring of Elysium? Again, I've never heard of it. Anybody else heard of it?
No.
Ring of Elysium.
Sounds familiar for some reason.
No idea.
Is that a space shooter?
Didn't look like it from the thumbnail of the video. Again, I just listened to the music to see if it was worth picking up.
Elysium?
Elysium, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. free-to-play multiplayer online battle royale game.
Oh, okay. Goes back to our Fortnite copy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, then. That's fine. Thanks, Moltile, for reminding me that, hey, we have cameras in here, and I should probably turn them on.
One day we'll have a perfect show.
Yeah.
But not today.
But not today. So tell us about your VR experience in Ace Combat 7.
Well, this is where Lethal could just, ignore me. VR in Ace Combat 7 was a lot of fun. RJ got to watch it, and, from much like the X-Wing mission in the first Battlefront, I mean, you feel like you're in the cockpit.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot, I like the detail you saw in there, like the one between
I wish
the Russian one.
Yeah,
the Russian
thing?
yeah.
The Russian Sue, you could instead of a throttle that we're used to that goes on a pivot. This is a slider on the side.
It slides on the very side of the cockpit. Yeah,
crazy Russians, man. Those crazy Russians.
Hey, as long as it works, man.
True. But I really liked the immersion of it. Feeling like you are in an actual cockpit. I had a real sense of speed in that game. Being able to look around so freely, and fighting makes me wish the whole game was like that. Because, I did notice a couple of times, like I was looking a little bit too far, up or something like that, and was losing track of the lights. Yeah. On the sensors and stuff. And
you had a few messages pop in. Say
pop in
like,
so I had to look down a little bit. But being able to track people with your just moving your head is is a lot of fun. The detail is nice. I wish it was more interactive in the cockpit. Other than just seeing your hand move and the throttle and the stick. I wish you could actually affect the multi function displays and stuff like that. But whatever, I'm happy that I got something. I didn't get sick. That was the most important thing.
Yeah.
Talking with Kevin this morning when we were playing Elite, he was asking me like, "Hey, so do you have the VR hooked up, to your PC while we're mining this?" And I'm like, "No, I had it hooked up to the PS4 so I could play Ace Combat and everything." And I know for the PC it's doable because I did it. I just wish that the glasses were a little higher resolution for the PC, but on the PS4 it works fine. And it's kind of interesting how the different, how on the PC I did start to feel a little bit more nauseated, but on the PS4 I didn't. I mean, I'm guessing it's just because it's made for that system as opposed to trying to force it onto an architecture it's not used to.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, in the PS4, I haven't gotten any kind of motion sickness on it. It feels really nice. Again, I find myself, if I let go of the throttle and the stick, reaching for where my brain is interpolating that it is because of the game. Because when I look down, I see it in the game. There's where the throttle is, and there's the stick, and I'm reaching for that space, but it's not there.
Nothing there,
and that still cracks me up. I like it. I really wish the whole game was set in VR. But I'm guessing...
How many is it?
3 missions.
3 missions? Ah.
Just 3 missions. And when I played...
how long are they? Or how long can you make them?
I mean, just typical mission length. But you can replay them and with different aircraft. I did notice, the first mission, you start off in a F-18 Hornet. And you actually take off from a carrier. And that was kind of fun. Yeah. But when I replayed the mission I was in the Sioux. Yeah. I didn't take off from the carrier.
You took off from the base.
I took off from the base, from the runway. So I'm like, all right, that's kind of interesting because this isn't a carrier ship.
Right.
So I think the other aircraft after I played through again will be the F-16C.
Yeah. I think I mentioned earlier during your thing, it was like the afterburner fan in me wants to see a F-14 Super Tomcat.
Oh, yeah.
But that would, I won't be in there. I think the missions were around maybe 8 to 10 minutes per, or a little
maybe. I mean, I don't know. I was just so engrossed in it that.
I think around that time because I was looking at the time rank, and I think it was like around 8 to 10 minutes mark or 10, or was it 10 to 12? I'm not sure, but I think it's
around
like,
there.
But,
But it depends on how good you are
Yeah.
and how quickly you can shoot down the
a lot of enemies. Yeah, I think what it is though, the reasons why those VR missions aren't that long, I think they try to limit the
Minimize.
fatigue, limit the amount of people getting fatigued, so they maybe cut it
'Cause,
short.
yeah, you do have in essence 2 monitors right just inches from your eyeballs.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so that may be a factor in why a lot of VR versions of games are so short.
But,
they don't
I mean,
let you sit that long.
Ace Combat with the VR and a flight stick is just the way to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm so glad that I had that flight stick that I could play with it.
Yeah.
Play it. It's so much fun.
I think one of the moments that we had during that stream was we had flashbacks of Top Gun on NES when you had to land the plane in VR
gosh,
on the
on the aircraft
On the
carrier.
carrier.
I mean, granted, I think I was playing on the easier mode,
Yeah, but still, it was like.
but I know in Top Gun I never could land that thing.
Yeah.
But just coming in and just like, all right, slow down, nose up, And let's see, AC Ray says VR really helps you feel the full 2D of the dogs. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you feel like you're in a space,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to just looking at my TV. It's very flat and non-dimensional, but
Mhm.
like you feel like you are actually in an environment,
Mm-hmm.
and I appreciate that. I think
Mhm.
it's a lot of fun. There are ways to do that correctly. It's like when I watch 3D movies. I like depth of field.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't like things popping out at me. I want to be able to see like I'm sitting in a place and there's stuff, in front of me instead of coming at me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, it looked like you had a really good time playing that
Oh,
game,
yeah.
and I was as I was watching along. Yeah.
I did notice that in a normal PS4 game when you have when you're doing streaming, you had the chat on the side.
Right.
This one it just pop up, and if you miss the text, then you're just like, oh well,
Yeah,
I don't know what that said. So
Yeah, I saw from my perspective, there was nothing on the side. It was just what I typed in. It took
It
about 10 to 15 seconds later. It just popped up in a little gray window right at the bottom with the message that I
just
typed
below eyesight, I think.
in. Yeah, it was right at the very bottom.
So you have to, you look down a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But if your eyes are focused straight ahead, yeah, you can see something miss like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I gonna hang on to the VR for a while.
Probably.
Okay, that's
until you say, hey, I want it back.
That's fine. You've got Tetris Effect, don't you?
Not yet.
Oh, I thought you'd picked it up because there's
No,
some. I think you can play that in
Oh
VR.
yeah, you can play it in VR. I've heard that it actually plays better in the VR, just with the response time and latency and stuff like that. Like actually, you could get better responses.
It was designed for VR though, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean you could play it without the headset, but it was
It's
designed
kind of designed for
the
that.
VR. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my list of games that I definitely want.
So I wonder if that guess I had about limiting the amount of exposure you get to the to VR, like 20, 30 minutes or so. I wonder if that applies to Tetris Effect as well.
Not sure.
Because Tetris is the type of game you can sit there for a minute.
Yeah,
you can sit there for a minute and play that.
I think Brock. I know Brock has Tetris
Effect, yeah.
and I think he also has a PSVR.
I think he does as well. Yeah.
So he'd probably be the one to ask.
Yeah. Okay. How long can you sit there
And
in
play
the
this.
VR helmet playing Tetris Effect without any ill
Yeah,
effects?
there's eye strain. Eye strain
There
is a
is.
thing with VR, yes, and it affects some
And-
people quicker than it affects others.
Yeah.
and probably more severely than it affects others.
And also, that sense of like movement when you're not moving is more pronounced in VR. To where like your brain feels like you're banking left or you're banking right or you're pitching up and down. But when you're sitting still, like you're the equilibrium in your ears and stuff like that. It's like I'm not really doing this, but I feel like every input is saying that I am, and that could get people. That's why people I think get motion sick from it, is because their brain's saying no, we are flying this aircraft and we're moving, we're
You should
banking
be
to the
moving.
right.
Why we're not feeling
But why?
this?
Yeah, you're not feeling it.
Yeah.
Got an update on our users in the chat room there. So
Yeah.
Roll call.
Do a roll call at the end. We'll do a roll call at the beginning. Do a roll call at the end as well, just to thank. We got AC Wraith in there, A New Hope, apricot droop fruit
Okay.
I think that's if I'm pronouncing it right. Cog Whistle, Commander Root, Drunk Degenerates, Host Giveaway. That sounds like a bot. Lethal Migraine, Moltile, Positivity Bot, Skinny Seahorse, Slow Cool, maybe, STM Fuller, Thar66, V and K, and Virgo Pros. Anyway, I want to thank everybody.
No lethal? I was just kidding for him to like go, not pay
No,
attention.
I said lethal
did
migraine.
he's there.
Yeah, I said
Oh,
lethal
okay.
migraine.
He's there.
Yeah.
I know, like some people aren't big on the VR, and that's fine if you're not. I totally sure.
Yeah, to each his or her own. Yeah.
But I am really liking it. Kevin and I are both talking about, he's like, how much is a Vive for the PC? And I'm like, I need to start looking into that because, playing Elite in VR is an amazing experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I would really like to do.
Yeah.
So they haven't really. This is like he said she not he said she said, but it's somebody told me this and that sort of thing. But there is apparently Netflix working on a Resident Evil series.
I heard about
Yeah,
that.
I heard about that. Yeah.
The Deadline report says the plan is for the series to expand the Resident Evil universe and deepen the existing mythology. The series supposedly will keep the basic premise, which also served as a setup for the movie franchise. The drama series will explore the dark inner workings of the Umbrella Corporation and the New World Order caused by the outbreak of the T virus. Constantine Film, the ones who did the movie franchises, are reportedly involved. And, yeah. So, we'll see how that goes with what they want to do.
I think I saw a history of Resident Evil. I forget the name of the YouTuber who did that, but it was like a long, planned 6-part series of the history of Resident Evil, all the story slides behind that.
Was it like a red background?
It was like a reddish pink.
Yeah.
It was like a
I was actually
hour
watching
and a
that.
half, hour and a half or
per
2 hour
episode.
things per video. Really,
Yeah, I was
really,
actually
really
watching that.
detailed. Really detailed like that. I wonder if they're going to use that for the base of it.
Don't know. And I haven't seen that. You know what I miss, and I have to see if they're on YouTube or not, but the game trailers used to do a bunch of...
Man, I miss those guys.
bunch of the... what are they called?
The retrospectives.
Retrospectives, yeah. Where they'd go through and give the history of...
A series.
Whatever the series would be that may be getting a new game coming out, and they would start at the beginning and go through.
Right.
Really nice to go through those.
Those were a really good series.
So this one, this next story comes from Kotaku. It says players are saying that their pre-orders for the limited edition Kingdom Hearts 3 themed PlayStation 4 Pro, that's a really long title, limited edition Kingdom Hearts 3 themed PlayStation 4 Pro console are being canceled by GameStop.
What?
Sony released a limited edition version of the PlayStation 4 Pro.
So you get to say it all over again.
Yeah, I know.
The Kingdom Hearts system.
Yeah, emblazoned
Yeah,
with
say
characters
that.
from the series. It also comes with a copy of the game. They were able to pre-order this console in early December from GameStop, the only retailer where you could buy it in the U.S. and Canada.
Okay.
First off, there's your first problem. Stop making these exclusive. Now, with only a few more days until release, many fans are saying that their pre-orders are being canceled. Dozens of players on Reddit and Twitter have said that they received an email from GameStop saying that their pre-orders were canceled and were offered a $25 gift certificate in exchange. The customer service...
Well, that makes it better.
Yeah, the customer service Twitter account for GameStop has been telling players that the item is out of stock and they will not be receiving any more from Sony. The account later clarified that GameStop, in quotes, oversold on pre-orders for the limited edition PS4 Pro, and unfortunately some orders had to be canceled. Guests who had an order canceled would receive a $25 gift coupon. Kotaku's reached out to GameStop but did not receive a response. They had an update. GameStop statement to Kotaku echoes the message on the customer service account. Unfortunately, we did have to cancel a few customer pre-orders of the limited edition console system due to overselling the number of units we had in our inventory. Earlier today, we notified those customers impacted, refunded them their money, and gave them a $25 credit in-store for them to use online, or a $25 GameStop credit for them to use online for their next purchase.
This kind of reminds me again why I don't go to GameStop.
Well, how about not doing that then?
Well, you would think.
Man, that bugs me. That really, that bugs me.
Grind your gears?
Well, other places do it too. Airlines oversell,
Well, and that also is...
Hotels do that too.
Yeah.
I remember one convention we went to, we reserved a room and payment upon arrival, but they gave the rooms to the people who prepaid.
Yeah.
All right, so we got booted over to another hotel about 3 blocks away from the convention hotel.
Did they offer any kind of...
like a $15 discount. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
that makes it all better.
how bad was the hotel that they sent you to? Was it $15 worth?
No. It was the same one in their
In their hotel
it was
chain,
a
whatever.
little minor version of their line of hotels.
Yeah.
Not as many amenities in there as would be the main hotel, but the basic reason was the main hotel was where the convention was being held at. That's why we wanted to go there. But now we had to drive back and forth, and that was got a little old real quick.
Yeah.
So we never did that again.
Too Old for Gaming in the chat room says that airlines do this because they predict people will not show up. I'm sure they have just massive amounts of data to say that, look, we can sell up to this many because we're pretty sure, because this is what shows us the amount of people who usually don't show up. Although you still get that thing over the intercom saying, we've oversold on this flight and we're looking for volunteers to receive a voucher and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying. And then he says, but GameStop, when they oversell, that's something else entirely. They know people will pick up their stuff.
Yeah.
For the most part, they will, but especially
a console.
When they pre-order a console, it's very, very likely that they're going to do that. That's a big investment, and it's likely they're going to be picking that up. So it's two parts of that story annoy me. Number one, that you can only do it at GameStop.
Yeah.
That's an issue that I take.
Like Bayonetta, like when Bayonetta came out, it was only available. The limited edition that we all wanted was only available in Australia.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so here's the other thing, though. They've taken these people's money, or some people have already paid in full. So maybe, I don't know exactly what the status was of who got canceled. People who paid in full, did they get bumped to the front of the line?
Yeah.
I don't know how it all works.
Who got picked to get canceled? Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. But these people had to put whatever down on a 400 console, and I have no idea how much they have to put down.
I think the minimum is $25 you have to put down on something like that. I think it is.
So that $25 goes down, and then it goes into their bank where it sits there and it earns whatever interest since December. And then when they cancel that, sure, they're given $25 back, but on the $25 they already made whatever.
Yeah,
so they've made some money off of you because of that. And that's easily something I can see them actually doing. Take as many pre-orders as you want. We'll bump up the ones, and the ones that we have to cancel, we'll just refund them. Even if they paid in full, we're making interest on $400. If that's the case, they're making a pretty good amount, even though they have to give that back. Just kind of annoying. I don't know. Lethal Migraine says, I say, who cares? You play games, not consoles. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Quit ordering consoles based on paint jobs. I sort of agree with you on that in some way.
In some way, yeah. You're not exactly wrong.
Yeah, and with the advent of 3D printers, there are some people I know who can actually make shells for the PlayStation 4 consoles like that. They can custom make something for you if they want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how this one. This is a console I have no interest in because I do not know, the Kingdom Hearts theme thing. The Spider-Man Red console looks really nice.
It did, yeah, it does.
I mean, there are some good-looking consoles out there, no doubt.
Yeah,
I've never bought. I take that back. I did buy the translucent green original Xbox, the Halo themed one.
Yeah,
where you could see through it.
I remember that one. Yeah,
I did pick that one up.
Oh yeah.
I remember those shells for the Dreamcast back in the day. I got like one lemon yellow and one blue. for that one.
And I have picked up a second. I think I picked up a second PS3, or was it a PS2? I think it may have been a PS2. When they did the very slim versions, the thinner versions, or whatever.
Yeah.
The ones where they redo the size of the machine and put in some better, not necessarily better parts, but something that says, okay, the fan's a lot quieter on this one. It's not going to give you a better gaming experience than any of the others, but this disc runs faster. This has better, heat, whatever, cooling abilities, that sort of thing. Sometimes I'll pick one of those up if only my other one's giving me some kind of issue or something like that. I'll trade in it and then just pick up something else. So, but rarely do I buy anything that's cosmetic as far as my consoles are concerned. Even more so where my controllers are concerned. I'm not really big on those. I'm just like controller.
I will say I do have the Elite Xbox controller. It has the pads.
Right, but that is
it's not a skin. It's an actual.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
not a color or anything like that. It's
like when I had to
you put some money into that thing.
It was a present.
Oh, that's right.
But like when I had to get a new PS4 controller, I'm like, I can get the black one, but the blue one was just a little bit cheaper. I didn't care what color it was. I was just going by price.
No, not that way now. I mean, the default black controller was what, 60? I think the ones that are different colors are 65.
They do.
Yeah,
they do.
65, yeah.
They do uptick the price on those.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, that is going to wrap up the show for today. Thank you, everybody who's in the chat room. If I missed your name, it's because it didn't show up in the list of users whenever I did
suspects.
when I did the roll call. So I apologize for that. Thanks, everybody, for joining us in the chat room, and everybody listening on the stream. Find us on our Discord. Hit one of us up if you know us on Discord. Hit one of us up. We'll send you an invite.
Hit us up anyways.
Yeah, find us on Discord. We'll get you into our Discord server. We appreciate it. Go to ingamechat.net. Join us on Twitter, Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you're on Steam, join our Steam group, and you can play games with us and other listeners there. Thanks, everybody. Have a fantastic week, and we will see you next Saturday. Where is your Discord? Find one of us on there because I don't know. Is our Discord hidden?
Mine's on my computer.
I mean, no. Matt.
Brilliant.
It's in-game chat.
I think you might have to be. I don't think it's open.
I don't think it's open either. I think they've got a lockdown on that thing.
Yeah, like that. Find us on Discord, but we're not going to let you in.
Yeah, I know.
You have to come ask us.
And that's what I'm trying to think of. Like, you need to find us. Find one of us on Discord that you can send a PM to, and then we can get you in there, because that's what happened with Rogue. I had to send him an invite. So
yeah.
Anyway, here's music from Insurgency Sandstorm. It is not Sandstorm, by the way. It is not. Yeah, it's not that one. Here's the theme to this, though.
It's not the popular one.
Yeah, we'll see you next. We'll see you next Saturday.